start off with the minutes. Michelle, you want to read them?
Library Trustee meeting minutes for February 11th, 2025. Meeting called to order at 6:05 p.m. President Director Jen Clarke, Chair Paula Bollier, Nita Abbott, Bernadette Archambault, Ms. Conti, and Hotel Michelle Beatrice, absent Jennifer Chauvin, and Candace Rivera. Minutes of last month's trustee meeting were read and amended. Motion made by Helen to accept minutes as amended, seconded by Denise. Director's report. Building update, the policy to only have the EV charging station turned on during open library hours is working well. There has been no overnight charging. Operations update, youth services librarians medical leave has been changed to 3 weeks, March 3rd through the 22nd. Also, the monthly bill for Hoopla has become manageable again after cutting back to 6 checkouts per month. Jen presented the library's portion of the annual town report for 2024. Major changes are different and diverse programming and highlighting the Friends projects. All agreed the report is well written and accurate. Motion made by Helen to accept the annual town report, seconded by Bernadette. All in favor. Jen presented 2 library budgets for fiscal year 2026. Both budgets included a 3% COLA and a 3% total bottom line increase as requested by town. One budget included a new position, a 24-hour per week circulation assistant at a grade 2 rate of $17.33 per hour. This is the 3rd year in a row that this position has been requested. That would bring the total budget to $245,608. The second budget request does not include the new position. The total budget for that would be $223,079. Jen will submit both budgets and hopes to meet with the Finance Committee to make a case for the other position, focusing on building safety, an increase in programming, and possibly hours. Motion made by Helen to approve budget for submission, seconded by Nita. All in favor. Current statistics update. Circulation for January was 5,020. Total network transfers were 3,675. 700 items from other libraries and 2,975 from our library. The library saved the community approximately $68,000. These numbers were significantly higher than the previous month. Warrants, $1,579.07. Baker and Taylor, Go Ahead Speed, and Paper Mountain Webs. And $2,278.39 for Baker and Taylor Revistas Interactive Science. Motion made by Bernadette to accept and sign warrants, seconded by Denise. All in favor. Other, as a meeting with Select Board to approve Laura Brunel to fill unexpired term did not produce results. The board has decided to wait until a town election to fill the position as it is only a few months away. There will be 3 3-year terms and 1 1-year term for trustees on ballot. Jen and Paula will inform all 3 candidates that previously expressed an interest in the trustee position. Meeting adjourned at 6:56. Respectfully submitted.
I think the only thing was for the new position, you had said 24 hours and it was 25 hours, but it's written 25 hours.
Oh, I said 24?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That was the only thing I ended up hearing.
Thank you. I haven't sent it around the table yet.
You have.
Okay. I have my nominating paper if you don't graciously sign it.
Yep. Oh, no, I did not yet. I thought that the minutes looked great. Anybody want to make a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept them as read. Minor change.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm digging one right now. Okay, Jen, you're.
Okay. So for my building update, we will soon be bringing out the reading garden furniture again. It is gorgeous out there, so we want everyone to enjoy it as much as possible.
Hang on a second, Jen. Does the cleans up that? Like, is there debris from the winter or?
Is
The
it all?
town
town
agents,
does,
yeah, they'll
okay.
come out and mow and take care of it, and put the chairs back out for us. They just have to put in a request for them to do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then our operations, our youth services librarian, her leave changed to 3 weeks. Which she did have enough time for, so I had approved it. So she'll be back at the end of the month, I believe. Her first day back is the 25th. So we're a little short staffed, but it's been going okay. So far so good. So I received a letter.
Did it already?
Oh, sorry.
Did you want to read it?
I'll read it.
Okay. Thank you.
Dear Director and Library Trustees, I am writing to formally announce my resignation as circulation cataloging librarian as I intend to retire effective in June 2025. After much heartfelt deliberation, I have decided that after 32 years, it is time for a new chapter in my life to begin. I'm proud of what I have accomplished during my time here and grateful for the opportunities and the experiences that the Granby Public Library has provided me. Working here has been a significant part of my life, and making this decision was not easy. I want to express my deepest gratitude for the support and leadership provided to me. My career has been immensely fulfilling with numerous challenges and successes that have helped me grow personally and professionally. I'm especially appreciative of the staff, library trustees, and the patrons of Granby Public Library. To ensure a smooth transition, I am committed to assisting with the recruitment and training of my replacement. I will also work diligently to complete my current projects, provide comprehensive notes and documentation for whoever will take over my responsibilities. I wish the library and all my colleagues continued success and hope to maintain the personal and professional relationships I've built here long after my departure by taking on volunteer opportunities and being a more proactive friends of the Granby Library. Thank you again for the opportunity to be a part of this community. I look forward to following its success in the years to come. Please let me know how I can assist in the transition. I am eager to make this change as seamless as possible for the staff and patrons of the library. My heart will be forever found in books that grace the library shelves. Sincerely, Jean Crosby.
Wow.
That's what I said. Not allowed.
We all knew this was coming.
Well,
Yeah.
certainly going to be missed.
That was a surprise.
How many hours is her position?
35 per week.
So this is something that the position has to be posted
Yes.
and people get interviewed.
Yeah, so we'll have to post it in the papers and go through town hall. It's been a long time since we've hired anyone here in the building. I was the last hire, and that was 17 years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a hot minute. So we'll have to go through the town and figure out exactly what the motions are. She had said June. She was aiming for June 1st, but there's paperwork that still needs to be filed and things like that, so it may be closer to the end of June. She just wasn't certain of the absolute end date at this time. So we have a little bit of time, but really not a lot
Yeah.
at the same time. So this gives us an opportunity to start as soon as we can. Get it.
Okay.
And if they approve my other position, we're gonna have 2 new hires within the same 2 months.
Although Jean states here that she's willing to help with making a seamless transition and
Yeah.
that she was going to see about helping to make this whoever takes her position.
Absolutely. I know she cares about, the success of,
Has,
the position.
has she talked about, or has she considered looking like on a per diem basis if you needed it?
She
Or-
did say she'd be willing to come in and help out, volunteer wise, and then, after a certain amount of time, thinking about possibly coming back to help out
Yeah.
where she can. She wants to continue doing the knitting group and, her projects. She's got a lot of projects doing, so, yeah, so we'll definitely continue to see her here in the building, just not in the same capacity. So.
Yeah.
So how does the whole hiring thing go? I mean, we haven't done anything like that.
Yeah, so it would be the trustees would do a subcommittee that would include myself, and we would do interviews, and then the hiring committee would make their recommendation and then bring it back to the trustees for a final vote.
So when you say the hiring committee, you mean the town people?
No, our
group.
yeah, so we
Yeah,
would
the
pick-
subcommittee that we have
Oh,
to
the subcommittee,
create.
okay.
Yeah, so then we would, in that group, make our decisions and then bring it back to the trustees for a vote to decide whoever.
So does a rep from any other department in town have to sit on that?
I don't believe so, at least in the past, from what I remember, I don't think anyone did. We could always reach out and just make sure we're doing things properly and not, cutting corners and doing everything correctly, because it has been a little while.
Because as far as like the salary, I mean, the town controls that, we don't,
Right,
correct?
yes. So that, the job position is I want to say level 3, or grade 3 rather. So it would start, if we were to go with that same exact job description, it would start at grade 3, level 1, like step 1. She was maxed out at step 10, so it would go back to step.
Is there flexibility within that based on someone's experience or
Yes.
education?
So then that would be something we would have to figure out as a group as well. Do we want to look over the job description? Do we want to change anything? I mean, it's been so long. Do we want to look over what the duties and responsibilities should be? Has anything changed? Do we want to
Yeah.
give this person more responsibility? That's something we would have to sit down and really
So
look
you
at.
have a current job description?
I do, yes, I have copies of all of that, so I could bring it to our next meeting and we can sit down and talk about it. I think we should get in touch with town hall sooner than later, just to find out what steps they need us to complete
Okay.
at their end. We do have an interim town administrator right now. His name is Ira Brzezinski. Yep, I just met with him this morning, so he would be someone we would reach out to, him and Kathy Leonard, and figure out how to start the process. If we did want to change the job description, I'm not sure if that's something we'd have to go to the personnel board. I believe if we wanted to change anything about the grading, we would have to take it to the personnel board so, all things to think about.
But it would be something that we would discuss here and see about presenting to personnel board. Okay.
Got to start here, go from there. I can pull all that stuff out tomorrow. I just found out about this afternoon.
Oh.
I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. So, I'm glad that she's giving us a little bit of a heads up.
How long has she been back here?
32
She
years?
said it.
Yeah, 32 years. So definitely putting her time, for sure. I know, I've told her, I'm like, I'll be there to visit you. I know it. I told her she could take on more grandma duties too. I don't think that's quite what she meant.
No, I don't think so.
So I will make a note to pull job descriptions. Do we want to create a subcommittee now, or is it something we should wait until next meeting?
I definitely want to be on it.
It'd be fun.
I've been on other interviewing committees. I love doing that.
Awesome. Yeah, that would be really fun. And we can talk about, what requirements, that stuff.
Yeah.
Next meeting. But we could, don't know if you want to wait until we have more people.
Wait, we only need 3 people, right? I'll be on the subcommittee.
We can't have more than 4.
Did anybody else want to join? Just putting it out there.
I mean, maybe we could reach out to all the other members to see if they would be interested. We only need one more.
Helen would probably like to.
Yeah, Helen
Yeah.
would probably be interested in helping out.
Yeah.
I'll put her in a question mark.
She's got all the years'
She
experience.
does.
as a
She does.
trustee.
She has a-
Yeah. That would be helpful.
Yeah. I don't know if I should just reach out to Helen. Yeah, I should reach out to everybody.
So as a group, we should do something for Jean. Yes? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but we haven't had a lot of turnover here, so.
I know.
I know.
So wild.
Well, when your mom got the job she has, how long ago was that? Because they increased her hours, wasn't that it?
Yes,
That's what I'm
we
thinking of.
increased her hours. This
increased her
position
hours.
was originally a part-time, and we got the hours increased
That's right.
to make it full-time
Right.
cataloger and survey.
Right, that was a few years back.
And that was-
before the pandemic.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
before the pandemic. I forget exactly what year. But I took over director in 2007, and that's when she took on the part-time. And she was working elsewhere in the town also. And then sometime in the mid to late 2010s, we got that up to full-time. Yeah. I know it's funny, we were talking about there was ADA money left in the budget. It was just like sitting in our budget and it's been there forever. And I'm like, do you remember where that money came from? She's like, do you remember where that money came from? And I'm like, it's just, I think it was from before me. Like, wow, we've both been here a long time. And neither one of us can remember where this money came from. It's pretty crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, so it's been a long time. Let's see, it's March now. Maybe we could do a little something before our trustee meeting in either May or June.
Or be something we could combine with the friends, maybe? And then do it like
Yeah.
on an evening, you know?
We could do tons. Friends are meeting next Thursday, the 20th. If anybody wants to come to the meeting, or I could bring it up with them.
Yeah, their meetings are at 4:30, right?
Yeah, they're a little early these days. So, yeah, the 20th at 4:30. But I'm sure.
Yeah,
the
maybe
friends
we
will be
can
more than happy.
put our heads together and see if we can come up with something.
Yeah, should they be more than happy to do that? We good to move on from this?
Yeah.
Okay. On a happy note, I bought a cute little suggestion box with little cards, and it has like an empty slot for signage. And I was thinking about doing it as like a fun little morale boost for our team, our team that we have here. Like a what do you love about your library? And like people can drop little things to throw in there. And then I was thinking also like we could switch it up. Like weekly have a different question. Like
Oh, that sounds like fun.
yeah, like what did you come to the library for today? Did you find what you wanted or whatever? And like and switch it up and ask different questions. If you could have one thing in the library, what would it be? Hot tub But I'm sure we'll get some crazy answers, but I thought it would be kind of a fun little thing to do with the community. It would also give us some insight. You know, we've been talking with the friends about adding a library of things, so having like puzzles and board games and things for people. So we put out a little poll on Facebook if anyone's seen it. It's out there for people to pick which things that they'd like to see. But I thought it would also be kind of fun to give us a little more insight into stuff like that. You know, how's the library doing? Like, what's your favorite part? What about this? What about that?
What's your favorite book?
Yeah,
Favorite movie?
and it's like
Yeah.
a fun little, you know, we
It
can
would be
put like the
fun.
most popular answer. We can, you know, put it out there and show like this is the most popular answer. Blah blah blah. I don't know, fun little thing to do with the community. I
Yeah.
thought it might boost everyone who's been helping out here and working here to hear what everybody's favorite part of the library was, and you know, just a happier little boost. I feel like people could use that right now. Some
Is that what's gonna be
positivity.
on the conservatives?
Yeah, I think we'll have it out there. And there's these cute little baby cards that go in it. It's really cute. So, figured we could use a little positivity. So, we're going with that. I did mention this morning I met with our interim town administrator, Ira, about our proposed budget. We were able to sit down and really talk it out. And I was able to give him information as to why certain things are needed, our statistics, not our statistics on our 19% materials budget, and why we have to continue doing a 2.5% increase over 3 years as an average because the state requires it. So that was really productive. He he offered a few suggestions to my letter that I had written for the finance committee. He suggested adding more statistics over like a wide period of time to show the difference between like what it was like that last year that we were in our small building and how does that compare to what we do here in this building with all of our meeting rooms and all of that stuff. And so I've had some fun this morning.
And the letter, what's the letter you're referencing?
The letter we wrote a letter to the town administrator saying here's our budget, this is what we did, this is what we decided. But then I also penned a letter to the chair of the finance committee asking them to consider the additional 25-hour week position again. And I kind of used the same format as I did last year. And so Ira kind of said, well, what about like, you know, you have 100 to 200 patrons a day, but what does that mean? Like, you know, how has that grown since whenever, you know? So I kind of helped put it into perspective. I had said, where are we here? Let's see, in 2012, before the library moved into our new building, circulation was 43,000. This past year, it was 61. So it's like 20,000 more. With 50 to 100 patrons in the building per day, which has doubled. Now the library offers meeting spaces that serve many community groups on a daily basis. Our meeting rooms were used over 270 times throughout this past year, which does not include library programming. Also, I added that our book delivery service also increased. We would receive 2 bins twice a week. Now we get over 5 bins 3 times a week. So it really kind of shows like this is how the workload has expanded. You know, our building expanded, so did the workload.
Staff.
Staff didn't.
There was the request.
So, and it's been 13 years that 12 years that we've been in this building. And, you know, we can't work on the same amount of staff forever. It's just not feasible. And it's not safety-wise, all those reasons, which hopefully that kind of helps put things into perspective from a non-library user's point of view.
These are, what you're telling us right now are the things that you edited in.
I added, yes. I added it because he said he was meeting with them this afternoon. So
Awesome.
if you can get this to me by 1 o'clock, I was like, I will go do it right now. And so he did. And it was really kind
So
of fun to look at the difference.
Letter submitted to the finance committee.
Yes, so this was resubmitted with the changes to the finance committee. Everything else is the same. I talk about the safety. I talk about, you know, the volunteer staff, although we love them, they don't take the place of paid staff. I did add in, which I think we talked about last time, the uptick in dangerous situations in libraries across the country. librarians are navigating encounters of verbal abuse, dangerous confrontations, mental health crises, all of that stuff. I compare to other libraries, staffing, and just what we do on a daily basis and how it's needed. And I hope this time, I mean, we just keep trying. But I did also say that I'm more than willing to come to any other meetings. If there is a meeting that it would be appropriate for me to be at to speak on this, I would love to be there. Please include me. So hopefully we'll make this year the year. It would also absolutely help with our transition as well to have an extra person in the building too. While we're navigating the changes in our staff for the first time in 17 years. So that was resubmitted today, and it was a nice refresher for me too to look back and say, wow, like this is how far we've come, and to work really hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was it was helpful for me to do. So that was submitted, and we'll just keep trying. I will let you know if I get invited to any meetings. And what happens with those.
Okay.
And on my other update, Hoopla was under 400 again this month. It was 345.10, which was much better. Our statistics for February were very close. There were 2 circulations less than the last month. We did 5,018 circulations. I thought that was kind of funny. Our total network transfers were 3,344, which is 752 items that went out, and 752 that came in from other libraries, and 2,592 items that came from our library. The library saved the community approximately 63,000. And I'm running a survey week to gather winter statistics, winter/spring statistics. I usually do a spreadsheet at the desk where I have everyone who's working it log how many people come in the door, how many reference questions they answer, how many people are using computers, using their room spaces, to get like a really good snapshot of what a week at the end of winter looks like. We're doing our delivery survey for the state as well, so I figured we might as well survey everything and make this week a survey week, since I'm statistic happy.
Remind me for this.
Yes. It's a little bit of extra work, but it's fun. It makes the time go by fast too, so. Not that you need that, but there's things I think about. And so then I have 2 warrants for signing. Those to you, they're on $1,978.52 for Go NetSpeed, Baker and Taylor, and Midwest Tape. And then one for $3,720.72 for Demco, Dorenzi Business Technologies, the Library Store, and Baker and Taylor. That one was a little bit more than normal because the Dorenzi Business Technologies, I bought a really good printer for the children's room. It was time. The other one was dying, and I thought, this is the company the town uses, and they have really good, high quality, effective printers. And I know that she goes through so much in that room. We print summer flyers, newsletters, and so I said, let's just do it and get a really good one, and they'll come and service it. It's a really good.
Oh, that's nice.
So I bought the lowest end that they offered, but it was a little pricey. But we've got money in the supply budget, so
Yeah.
it was worth it.
Yeah.
So Jan's happy. She's got her industrial printer in there, whizzing off those copies. Amazing.
Anybody want to make a motion to accept the warrants?
I'll make a motion to accept the warrants as read.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
That is the 11.
Yes. The 11. While she's doing that, I have a couple little updates on programming. We have our games club is meeting, our tabletop games is meeting this Saturday the 15th, if anyone's interested. We have a yarn sale coming up. Jean's hosting Saturday the 29th of March. It's the yarn sale. We have Stephanie Granger's doing her art reception also on the 20th, so the same night as the Friends meeting. We'll be having her art reception here in this room. March 27th, we have Lisa Lano coming back to do a paranormal ghost talk. And then in April, we're having a needle felting. We're making little bird ornaments, like little baby birds. They're really cute. So we have a lot happening. And Lisa offered to come to her program for free. The needle felting is paid for by the Cultural Council. So yeah, we've got a lot happening in the next month or two.
Is that paranormal person you have?
Yeah, she came and
The one
did.
that came with the guy, what was she was with a couple guys, wasn't she?
Yeah, she had well, I think we might be thinking about a different one. There were the people that came and talked about the Conjuring House.
That's what.
That was.
So this isn't.
So this is different. Yeah, this is the woman that came and did she does like psychic medium readings and things like that. So she did some ghost hunting at the Belchertown Platt Memorial Library and the Revere Library. She's from Revere, so she has some really cool like evidence and stuff from those little library haunts. And so she's going to come and share her evidence with us and talk about ghosts. So it should be kind of interesting. And it's very library related too. I think she's going to talk about some other places too, but I know for a fact that she has some footage from the library. I told her, unfortunately, this building is not haunted. Well, not unfortunately, but depending on how you look at it, right? I mean,
Something could have been on these grounds.
yeah,
You
that's
don't know.
true.
You don't
That is
know.
true.
Really?
Well, no, I'm here quite often. I haven't seen anything
You haven't heard?
too weird yet.
No.
Now you'll start.
Right? Yeah, right. Don't jinx me. The other building, well, that one was a different story.
That was a different story.
No, I think
For Albert Hall.
Oh, I imagine that's going to be creepy. It's cool buildings in town. So
And that game, that's like once a month that they end up getting
Yep,
together?
they do one Saturday a month where they come and play a new tabletop game, and then it's the friends who are sponsoring it, so they're purchasing the games that will then go into our library of things. So people can then check it out and take it home and try it out. And we just hope we don't lose it in pieces.
Well, speaking of checking it out, did you talk to Jan about the zip tie thing for
We
the?
did.
Okay.
Yeah, we had talked about it, and we have, unfortunately, a lot of our backpacks can't be
Zip tie.
zip tied, and so I don't really know if it would be worth doing it from,
Just
like some of them would get it, but then the others, like a lot of them have drawstrings,
Yeah.
all kinds of other things, unless we went and redid all the backpacks to be zip only. But it's something else to keep on the radar for the future.
Yeah,
if
I
we
think
do-
if it
Going
becomes
forward is you have to replace the backpacks to get the kind
If we all kind of take
Like-
one uniform
Right,
type of
right,
backpack from
yeah.
here on out, it's not a bad idea.
I guess, and you also have to monitor, is it a real problem here?
Yeah, and she has signs up, and most of the people who come a lot understand, like, our policy is you can't open it in the building.
Yeah.
You know, we take it home and then open it. You know, then it's on you if you lose anything.
Right.
We still find random pieces here and there. And you can't police it 100%, but it's definitely on the radar for the future.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then we have this last thing.
So this is the scholarship application. And this is the person that we have in
Yes, we
mind.
only have one, we only received one this year. And so we have to kind of present it and talk about it and decide if we want to.
How is that advertised?
It is, well, it's given to the high school at the beginning of the year. Like they ask us, are we still
Gotcha.
offering it? We say
So
yes.
the guidance,
And
people
then-
can let students be aware of it.
they have a copy of the application, they have a copy of the criteria. I sent them the new criteria. I've also posted it on the website, front and center. It has its own page on our website now that people can go to get the up-to-date info. So we have been trying to get the word out more. We've been out on Facebook too. So trying to get some young teen volunteers to come and start. And then that way they kind of build up that rapport. We get volunteers and then they could possibly apply for the scholarship.
That's how it used to be, where they would start off early on, right? And like
Yeah.
before junior and senior year, like just remember, like the
Like
kids helping
13.
out. Yeah,
13
Yeah.
and up.
Do
So
we have teen volunteers now?
we have a few.
You do?
Yeah, it really kind of trickled out when COVID hit. It really kind of messed a lot of things up. And the kids are really busy. So it's hard to get them in. But I think getting the word out there, letting them know that this is available has definitely sparked a little bit more interest. So we have a few new ones now because of the high school letting them know we have it.
So where does this money come?
It comes from the friends.
Okay.
So the friends and the trustees, at the time that we established this, had agreed to put aside $500 every year for a potential volunteer. So it's there, we just have to decide if we think that this person qualifies, and then we let the friends know that we approved or did not approve of it, and then they move forward with the process. They have to show their transcript from their first semester before they receive the $500. So they don't receive the money until December or January of 2026.
are we
Do you
gonna see about approving it, having it approved or not tonight?
So we do have a little bit of time. It's up to you. I know I just got it, so it's up to you if you want to review it, and we can talk about it at the next meeting. I could always run off copies of. I believe there should be an essay in there. I could run off copies of the essay and send it to everyone.
This is the only one we've received.
Yeah.
Has the deadline passed yet for getting the applications
Deadline
in?
was May 1st, but I don't think we have anyone else who qualified this year as far as
As far as the
Yeah, the
volunteers.
For the,
Yeah,
for the
so
hours
we're,
that
this
people
will be
put in.
the only one. So we could discuss it at our April meeting.
Okay.
And I don't know if we can,
So that we can
yeah.
all have it, that would be
Yeah, we could do that.
good.
Because just looking, he's got an extensive,
There's a lot.
impressive,
Resume.
Yeah, we could definitely do that and then put it on the agenda for April 8th. As long as we vote by the May meeting. I think the only thing is that if they want to be included in their award ceremony at school, we could either do our own little thing, or we could put it on that we will be, just have to let the school know that we intend to be giving.
I know when the
Sure.
award
I
ceremony.
wonder if other scholarships work that same way too, where they don't get the actual money until they complete. Like
The Lions Club
Yeah.
works that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of, I think, where we got the idea from, that they have to kind of prove that they
In
went.
fact, Jim makes them come back and go to Alliance meetings.
Spencer had to do that. I
And
remember that.
he makes them come back and go, he
And they have
feeds
to talk.
them.
Yeah, and to talk, he's like, what am I gonna talk about?
They have to talk about like their first semester of school.
Oh, just-
You know,
Oh, gosh.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
It's so nerve-wracking.
He's a hard one.
Well, I mean, rightly so.
Oh my God.
It makes sense. Okay.
So the criteria for this scholarship is that, I think we've talked about this before, but they have to be a volunteer and do, what did you say, how many hours?
It's on their junior and senior year, they have to have, oh my gosh,
It's 45,
40.
45 hour.
Cut it down, but I think the 45 was cut down
It-
from 70.
72, wasn't it? Or was it
Yeah.
72, then we cut it down.
We cut it down to 42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This particular individual has been volunteering with us prior to his junior year also. So the yearly, those 2 years might not equal to the 45, but with the added previous years, I think he basically fills in that.
And is there any criteria of where they're going to school or what they're going to study?
No, yeah, it's all just, as long as they keep their grades up. You know what, I can read it to you from our website. I have it on our website. Let's see.
Oh, you actually did put together a resume. It's so cool.
Right, isn't it amazing?
That is very cool.
Let's see.
Okay, that's a lot of reading.
Good, essay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can't tell you the last time I read an essay.
Right here, the students eligible for the award must be graduating high school seniors who reside in Granby or attend Granby schools and intend to continue their education. Consideration will be given to academic achievement, a minimum 2.5 GPA, and the student's community service record. A minimum of 45 logged volunteer hours must be completed for each junior and senior years. But I think this individual put in much more than that. It also has done other community projects in Granby that aren't necessarily library affiliated, but like he did a clothing drive or a food drive here through the library, but for another organization. So there's definitely a lot of merit there to that.
Look at this resume.
No.
Man.
Yeah. So, just something to think about, but are any of your volunteers, if they're a school choice person, then they wouldn't live in Granby.
Right.
So.
That was one of the things we had talked about, that, because it is from the friends and from the trustees, that
They really wanted that person
we
to
really
live in
wanted it to
Granby.
be. And we had, originally it was just attended Granby schools. We had added reside in Granby
Yeah.
or attend Granby
Right.
schools, so that way it kind of helps encompass, like, okay, so if a kiddo is going to Granby from, they live in the
Oh, so it does say either or?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I
believe
wasn't
it's
paying
either
close
or now.
attention. Thank you.
We kind of changed that.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, they reside in Granby or attend Granby schools. So it kind of helps
Yeah.
that,
Absolutely.
because there are kiddos
I
that
mean,
go.
I don't know
to
how many
Granby.
times that would happen, but it could.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, volunteers from Belchertown.
You have.
And
So there you go.
don't necessarily go to Granby,
Now,
but
does McDuffie count? What did we?
yes, McDuffie does count.
Okay.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
used that to.
Yeah, I couldn't
include
remember.
Granby
Right,
schools. Yeah. I think if they're here, they're putting in the time and doing the
Plus,
work.
Plus, there's quite a few Granby kids that go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a Granby school. Yeah, it's here, it's in town. So it definitely counts. Okay, so everyone's comfortable with,
So you'll send us the,
I can send it out on early. I can scan it and send it to everyone via email.
Okay.
So that everyone has a
Okay.
chance to look it over prior to our next meeting.
We'll talk about it in April.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. I know it's always makes me feel bad because I don't want to rush them in getting their application in, but we also have a really short window
yes.
if we want it to be included in their award ceremony.
Yeah.
I don't really know how much it means to them to have it included in their school award ceremony, but I believe that's in the beginning of June. So if we know we're only getting one, we already have it now, we can be proactive to get that in and maybe get to their award ceremony.
Beginning of June. I would think it'd be in May, because they graduate beginning of June, don't they?
Graduation is on the first Saturday, and the award ceremony, I want to say, is the first Thursday.
I think you're right.
So yeah, like the 5th, and then they graduate on the 7th. It happens really close
Yeah.
to the two things, so. Okay. I will do that. I will send those out via email.
So if there was any other applicants who submit,
Yes, but since we don't have any other volunteers who qualify,
We don't have,
We know.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
We have
who
very much to
who
do.
qualify, who ended up doing the hours.
Yeah, we don't have any other high school senior volunteers right now from any town. Kind of makes that easy.
Yeah,
It's only one to choose from. We haven't had them in years now, since before.
I know,
COVID.
yeah.
So it's been 5-6 years since we've awarded anything. So this will be nice,
yeah, this one.
as long as the friends continue to fund it. We're good to go. They seem to
Just
be.
looking at it here, and he just has an impressive resume where, things that he's done in the community and the hours that he puts in, and,
Absolutely. I agree. I'm on board. Okay, great. We'll do that for next month.
So do we have anything else? Anybody have anything else?
I need more signatures.
I
I need 9 more signatures. So I gotta start calling people, telling them to meet me somewhere or.
Let's see. Saturday, why should we go down to Delaware?
We could pop in here on Saturday during the games
Here
club.
on Saturday, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Should go see your mom. Should go down with senior center.
Yeah.
Can you go?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
At lunchtime.
Boom.
Just not Tuesdays. Any other day but Tuesdays. I don't think they get lunch on Tuesdays.
Well, I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn the meeting
Second that?
at 6:53.
Perfect.
I don't know if I can make a motion. Anybody want to make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 6:53?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at, what is it?
6:53.
Still 3 now.
Anybody want a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
It's so light.